Do you want to know how to create an awesome graph like this? This question was asked by Highway Chance 2610 from Reddit. Let's jump in and learn how to create it on After Effects. Create a new composition named graph that's 5 seconds long and 24 frames per second. We will select the pen tool to draw the first lines. We will click to put the first point and go to the desired location. Hold shift, then click so it snaps to the vertical axis. Then do the same thing but snap it to the horizontal axis. We'll zoom in to make sure that the 2 points are overlapping in the cross-axis position. Then we will go to the line cap option and select the round cap option. And expand the taper options and set the end length to 60%. Then we'll do the same thing but for the horizontal axis. Now we will start on drawing the graph line. We'll place the 2 points of the first period. Then try to create a beautiful squiggly line that represents the testing phase. Then a straight line for the improvement. Then a straight line down to the rock bottom. Then another straight line to the final point. Also make sure that the line cap is round cap and the line join is round join. Here I'm trying to make the squiggly lines better. It's time to put the pointer circle. We will select the circle option from the drop down of the shapes and hold shift to draw circle, not an ellipse. Then we'll draw our first big circle, then just one circle of the other three. Now we start with the trim path animation. Click on the arrow beside the add text in the content panel and then select trim path and make sure it's outside of the two shapes. Then animate the end from 0 to 100%. Then select both keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them. Click on the graph button and make sure that the view is set to speed graph. And make it like this. Then we'll make the trim path animation for the main graph line, trying to stop the animation at every transition point. Then easy ease all the keyframes, then do the speed graph trick we did before. There is a trick we can do to change both keyframes at the same time. Select both keyframes and ensure you are on one of them. Then if you change the value, both of the keyframes will change by the same amount. Now on to animating the circles. We will start by adding a dash and a gap, then play with the values to get the effect we want, making sure we set the line cap to round cap, then add the trim path animation like before, with an offset animation that gives the effect of rotating circle. This animation will last to the end of the composition, then easy ease all of them. Moving on to the second circle, we will do the same animations as we done to the last one. It's time to start coloring our effect. We will start by the graph line. For this, we will add the 4-color gradient, setting the white color near the first point position, then laying out the colors as we see here. As for the second circle, we will also use a gradient ramp but with bluish colors. If you don't see the gradient position pointers, make sure you select the gradient ramp effect in the effects control. We'll copy the second circle to the position of the third point and make sure it's colored correctly. Then another copy to the final point and changing its colors and gradient pointers positions. After that, we will create a new adjustment layer, then add a glow effect to it. There are several better glow effects that you can download, but if you want to use the built-in one, the trick here is to stagger the glow effect from higher values with lower radii to lower values with higher radii. Now the tricky parts are over. We will type our titles texts with a simple fade animation, making sure all the text layers are beneath the adjustment layer so the adjustment layer takes effect on them. Now select all our layers and pre-compose them, and name the pre-composition Graph. Then duplicate the pre-composition and use the pen tool to create a mask for the duplicate, starting from far away and ending up in the center of the graph. Then expand the mask options, click on the lock beside the feather, then change the Y component till it's faded from top to bottom. Now add the effect Gaussian blur to give the feeling of the reflection. And that's it. Thank you for joining me to the end, and I hope to see you in the next time. If you learned something, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It will help me a great deal. Thanks for watching and happy animating.